Hello, everyone. My name's Katherine Ryan, and I'm studying at Florida Gulf Coast University, and this is my co-presenter.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kaylee Heister, and I am also currently studying at Florida Gulf Coast University.
Today, we will be presenting on the silent crisis, missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, and the effort to bring awareness. To fully understand the complexity of the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls epidemic, or as we will be referring to it, MMIWG, everyone must know that most Indigenous women will face some form of violence in their lifetime. Most of this violence stems from domestic violence or gender-based violence. Even though this is known, there are challenges in trying to reduce the violence these women face. However, what we can do is actively try to bring awareness to the efforts already in place.
It is not indeed known when the first MMIWG case happened. Some believe that Pocahontas was the first. Others say that it happened sometime in the 1700s due to fur trappers coming to America. However, it is known that these cases did occur during the 1900s, with the numbers slowly rising with a spike after 2010. This leads to an issue with historians trying to build the historiography of the topic. There is also the issue of underreporting. Now, this can be connected to multiple things. One is that Indigenous women are being misidentified for another race or not labeled with the correct gender due to them being transgender or two-spirited. The cases could also never be reported due to a broken relationship between law enforcement and the community due to there not being trust between the two.
So, in investigating this epidemic, we had to look at political attention. Savannah's Act is a law that was finally passed in 2020 after failing in 2018 to implement guidelines and regulations for reporting of MMIWG. This act was spearheaded by Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and former Senator Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota. Only in November of 2019 did President Trump establish a task force to investigate this growing issue. The task force is, however, set to disband in November of this year and has a goal to solve 1,400 cases within this time period. The task force can be reinstated after the termination date only if President Biden approves of it. As for the legal system, these legal systems have led to contradictions and unclear legal status of tribal nations. Currently, the Major Crimes Act, introduced in 1978, states that the federal government has jurisdiction over any case involving tribal citizens, severely limiting the impact of tribal and local law enforcement agents who may have more information on the cases than federal law enforcement agents. Furthermore, tribal authorities are not permitted under current law to prosecute non-citizens for criminal offenses. This means that regardless of the crime, the offender cannot be held accountable.
Now, we move on to the grassroots movement because they really fill in the gaps that are left behind by the legal and political systems. Two databases were created separately from the FBI because they felt like they needed to fit the needs of the Indigenous community with accurately reporting the information and the genders of those who are missing or murdered, identify with. Now, these databases also include their ages, location, and how they died or if they are missing. Another form of grassroots movement is social media that brings awareness to everyone, not just the Indigenous community that this issue is impacting. Now, they also advocate for change through all legal levels and ask for change to help save their sisters and prevent this crisis from growing even bigger. Please check out our link tree to see the podcast episodes that inspired us to do this project along with essential sources. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.